TV.
Representing the presidency. Definitely welcome. Archbishop, it's a pleasure to see you here and for you to make it here. Honorable ministers and my own other bosses that are here, Mr. Duncan and Mr. Owari, thank you so much for taking your busy time to come to our facility to see what we're about and also what is next for us. Should I say good afternoon? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to rewind back and ask ourselves, what was 2007 all about? For us young ones, you might remember the release of the iPhone. That was an interesting one. Changed the world. The release of Tesla Roadster. I don't know many remember that. That is also another change to the world. And Gordon Brown became Prime Minister in 2007. We also got introduced to Barack Obama, came with hope and said that, yes, we can. Ghana celebrated its Golden Jubilee, which was a phenomenal celebration. Then, the then president and our still president, Kuffour, declared Ghana to be a country of oil with commercial quantities. That was a big deal. It meant that we are off to a different start. And last but not least, we started getting rid of our old notes. No more 1 million. We were talking more 100,000. No more 100,000. It was 100 Ghana cedis or 50 Ghana cedis. We got rid of those other notes. Now, doing all of that, what was really happening? We were hopeful to the imagination and passion created by our founding father and also by the help of God, Dr. Francis Ekwame Watson decided to found strategic security systems. Again, my name is Kuffour Watson. I am the CEO of 3SIL. 10 years ago, I was known as FOB, fresh off the boat. But today, I'm considered maybe by far one of the most local content guy in town. All right, before becoming the CEO, there were many aspects and things that I involved myself then into the business. I remember the early days where the only outfit that I loved to wear was a short sleeve shirt and and some pants, and that was good to go. But nowadays, if I don't wear an attire like this, I look odd in the crowd. I've been warned to be quick, but I always feel it's important to deliver your message than to leave a stone unturned. What is next for 3SIL? We see the next coming years as a time for us to reflect where we're coming from, to also revamp and identify and reposition where we're going.
See what time is it? Make sure it's a good afternoon. Good morning. I'm so happy to see everybody here. Of course, this entire row of dignitaries up here So happy to see every single one of you. We're very grateful to have you here as we were revealing a new thing. I want to mention every single person's name. Of course, my own auntie from and of course, Archbishop, thank you for gracing this occasion. As Kojo mentioned, I'm Nana Konama Boate, or AKA K-Tree. Here to discuss and to finally reveal what I think we're all here to do. Now, thank you for coming up here and cozying up with us, real nice and tight in here. But I think we've come to the part of the program that every single one of us has been waiting for. So without further ado, if we can begin to lower the lights. Can we get the lights, please? Okay.
Excellency, the Chief of Staff, Your Excellency, former ambassadors, the Chairman, the Board and Management of 3SIL, Your Grace, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to apologize on behalf of the President and the Minister of Communications, who had both wanted to participate in this event, but due to other exigencies which are equally important, they've asked me to represent them here. This notwithstanding, we are blessed with the presence of the Chief of Staff, and I can say that the Presidency and the Ministry are extremely happy to be associated with your 10th anniversary and indeed with your journey of rebranding. I think that it is an interesting coincidence that you are embarking on a journey of rebranding, and I'm privileged to be here talking. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to have the opportunity of witnessing and showcasing the efforts made by Ghanaians to play in the global market. And this is by providing the enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. And this has been a core of what His Excellency the President has been saying. We believe that once we promote our own to thrive, we create wealth within for employment to be generated for our youth. And this is in line with what His Grace the Archbishop was talking about. Let me take this opportunity to commend the board and management of 3SIL for surviving this 10-year journey. It is no mean an achievement, and may your next 10 years be much more rewarding and fulfilling than the past. And indeed, may your covenant with God, Mr. Chairman, hold true in the next 10 years and beyond. As a ministry responsible for the ICT sector, we are driven by the vision of His Excellency the President for the sector, which is the Digital Ghana Agenda to position the country as a regional ICT hub. To actualize this vision, the government intends to focus on helping the citizens to embrace the use of ICT in all sectors, especially in the acquisition of knowledge. It is our conviction that through the pragmatic programs and initiatives and the right investments in critical ICT infrastructure, Ghana will become a knowledge-based society.
Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everybody I see here is truly distinguished. So let me end it here. First, I should apologize for coming so late. I planned to be here 10 on the dot because I look on this establishment virtually as my own. It fulfills my personal wishes because I believe totally in the central role of the private sector. And this, I believe, is an exceptional example of successful private sector achievement. Unfortunately for me, I was reminded of another invitation, which was that one I consider public. I always subscribe to the public-private sector partnerships. But public, to me, provides the framework and infrastructure for the private sector to move. The invitation was to do with the launching of a program for nuclear energy. In fact, in our time in government, 2007, our government rekindled the initiative that was launched by our first president, Kwame Nkrumah, for nuclear energy to provide the energy needs, electricity of our country. And I think that was launched about 1960. But it fell into, abeyance? People forgot about it. Till our time, 2007, when our government decided at cabinet to relaunch it. And we set up a commission under Professor J. Bequin, who I think had also become the chair of the Council of State. We had only just 2 years to move it, and unfortunately after the 2 years when we left the scene, that program was forgotten about. Now it's been relaunched again under the NPP. And so when I got the summons to go today, as special guests to make a statement, and Professor J. Bequin, as you know, he's in his 90s, or about 90. He, on his clutches, went. So I thought I shouldn't use any alibi not to attend. And I phoned this morning, I spoke with Dr. Kuffour to understand that I would come here late. But I was expecting to be able to reach here by 11. Unfortunately, I got there 10 on the dot, expecting to be allowed to even speak before the chairman at J. Bequin. When I got there, they seemed to agree with me. But then the MC tricked me into saying, oh, let this man come and introduce the chairman, and then let the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission chairman also. Before I knew, 4 or 5 people had spoken. And they were still not allowing me to make my contribution. Eventually, when they allowed me, it was 11. Well, I made my point. I told them that I was rushing to another energy meeting. That was to do with energy. And here to solar energy. There is nuclear energy. The mix of the two, I think, would make Ghana perhaps energy secure country in the whole of West Africa. So, with a bit of sense of humor, they allowed me to go. But the traffic was really maddening, and we managed to get here with the help of an outrider. This is why I've come so late, and I want to apologize. But strategic security systems. Life is about security. Survival perhaps is the first law, but if you don't have security, you cannot survive. And the genius of this place is that the entrepreneurs, private sector, they used to be in America, they moved down. Incidentally, Dr. Boateng is a product of the grade school, Prempeh College. Mr. MC, Kumasi High is only a very pale shadow of Prempeh. So with all your brilliance, really, I wish you had come there because I like you, but don't worry, you are still a useful member of society. This man came, and on his own vision and initiative, see what he's done. Is it first and perhaps only solar energy panel manufacturer in the whole of West Africa? It's such a big dream. And it's not only the panel manufacturing, it's into other things to do with securing strategic ventures for development. Anybody climbing such a tree, and as you know, the proverb, anybody embarked on climbing a good tree deserves to be supported. He kindly included me in his programs. And not too long ago, I was invited here for the formal launch, but the place was already developed and working. I came, and I was astounded by what I saw, and eventually by what I've seen in the field, the reality of quality supplies from here. I tell you, it's no joke, and if Ghana could get 10 of him around the country, I would say Ghana would be in the mainstream of middle-income country. So he's a big achiever, and I'm happy I've managed to come and meet all of you here. They talk my blessing the occasion. When you've seen an archbishop around, you talk blessing, you call the archbishop to lay hands on all of us, and we are all blessed. So, yes, let me add my very lay blessing to the establishment and the occasion. I say that I pray that our country gets more and more of your likes all over, in all sectors of our endeavor. I believe Margaret Thatcher, and I just paraphrase, once said, in this world, anytime, there are only a few creators. When you find them, what you do is to protect them and encourage them. Because by what they create jobs for the multitudes. They create wealth by which all of us live. So people like you, strategic security systems, Ghana needs more of you to help move Ghana economy and society forward for the benefit of all of us. So with this, also I think for the blessing I'll leave to you. But congratulations, and I'm happy to have come here. And I understand there will be a branch. That one I'm looking forward to. God bless you.
Papa, issues of solar. Ghana, as a catch you solar, say between your area, na yentimi use solar. Would you say brass on at the end of the nation?
Nina say a babu ama nipa to say Mr. Boating. I no more bit me solar na buy and shape all over the world. The technology na fe develop. But where the any try yam wa besi bi wa ha me ehunu. And the business for entrepreneurs no you bet me marshal resources. Know-how no. I say a boy no. Na one more yaswa. Enabling atmosphere. These are buying support. Sanya Deputy Minister Kasa me better and so okay. Ya bani ready so babuasa nipa yi. And ya can say businessman nya ho akokorodro. No mun nhwehwe. Baby cry say bi omunya partners from abroad the back home near Yemen because ni nyina is be affordable. Technology no say anybody beba from sabe obi at me I used to be. Now we also there and sanda and this are all crude oil and then you say 1 barrel asa we are na but technology no and here na investment no so here
I say a chedi na ama yake
yeah mean say a chebia man chebia just about 10 years ago now we are saying cancel la papa but say the assume for baby obi aka solar and into I can say me can to be and just a one
yeah that's a pay. All right, and we'll share what my Ghana strategic security systems. Woman is ready who say anya hwe no mfie kakra wo yanimi ye betumi anya nyina mo ahoden ye awia de no ebi na eno ena na mpanimfo pi no aba ha wo mo epa ho entoma ena afa rebranding ene mfie du a wo mo edi nhwehwemu kire se o hwe enkurase koku bia ye dua kra no a wo mo ahyase asisi solar panels wo ho a wo mo ema wo mo street lights a ne nyina no eye solar ene disabre ye be hyase na ye ne mpanimfo ni bi edi nkomo na ye bisa wo mo omampanyin dada Kuffour be se ni bedi nkomo enu akyi no panipa a wono na adwuma yi ehye ne nsa ene mpanimfo pi ye ne wo bedi nkomo disabre ye nkona ye ne ebi enkodi nkomo.
Listen, talk to the solar expert. Let me give you one solar man.
You spoke to them, but one them are not too much.
That is what the people are doing. You know, what you have to do, you have to get the experts on the field to speak to the situation. You understand? You know, I think it's good for us as a nation, but my knowledge in that field is a little limited. So it's good to speak to the expert on the
definitely
field.
use energy. So with regards to solar, do you think it's a Ghana as
But stop on power.
Why are you hijacking him?
Because to me focus on solar. Why
they should use the expert on the field.
Yeah, use the expert.
Now, some of there's a guy you need to meet. Let me introduce you to a guy. Come.
Oh.
Have you interviewed this guy? He's an expert in the field from America. Okay. And he's one of the experts in the field of solar. When I was on publicity, here they in Paboton, however, you're doing a great job. You're doing a good job. I must recommend you. And you are doing a great job. Thank you. Chief, give them some education on the solar thing.
We do this as a nation. US, your name?
My name is Ernest.
We're a solar expert generally.
Yeah. I'm the CEO for Sun Power Innovations.
Okay. Do you know if you say with regards to solar as a nation?
With regards, well, we still have the government still has taxes on solar products, and we think they should consider, GRA should consider waiving off taxes on solar inverters, batteries also. At the moment, we're enjoying duty-free statuses on panels, but they should extend it to inverters and batteries also. Yeah.
That means, as a nation, solar you will see Ariana Ebanoa yen convert. Is it a worry?
Well, the capex for solar is very expensive, so that's why what 3SI is doing is good. Local content is what will make it affordable for the rest of Ghana to enjoy solar. So we need the government to help us in that regard. Actually, most places in the world there is no taxes on solar panels and BOS systems, balance of system for solar energy. So the government should consider that for us.
All right. Thank you very much. All right.
In West Africa alone, I understand the shortage is something like 40 gigawatts. And that's a lot. So if we would think of generating electricity as an export commodity, of course we satisfy the local market, but with some to spare to export to our neighborhood. Already, as you saw in the papers yesterday, Ghana exported, or is exporting about 100 megawatts to Burkina Faso. I'm sure if we focused on Nigeria with all its resources, Ghana might export easily 1,000 megawatts to that country. And the returns, the hard currency earnings we get from that might easily, perhaps even exceed what we are getting from our very traditional export like cocoa. So a policy should look at the profitability of it and encourage private investors to move into the venture. Yes.
Solar specifically, and say encourage more street lights. Who process na edu say?
Oh, say ya supply man I say edu actually pa. In fact, so far now we are well positioned, to install about 27,000. We have already supplied about 16,000, 18,000 thereabouts. Yeah. So we are reaching out. Not only that, but we also have in mind, we're still talking to Kuffour board about the need to extend this facility to their dwelling places. Until we feel we senior, then you say, yeah, the panels in be Kuffour. We feel no say solar powered. Because I strongly believe, we say, Sabi, we make a check. What I say, I depend the chain, cocoa farmer. So when the crash, now all source of power be obeyed to me. I hear TV, no radio, just to follow up with events of the country, and this is seriously my passion, and. I really want to carry this through, for the sake of our farmers, because I believe, communication they're here, and in this age and time, nothing beats extending some form of power to these areas, because the power know how they are, then a whole lot of information that is required for them to know, they'll be able to get to it. Yeah.
And this as a nation, solar revolution be Ghana. I say you need Shadanko solar so you think say a buy no to say the baby and there some kind of wouldn't be a room no sabranaso.
I'm ready as some pass a bank as an Canada beer. Our brand beer or can I mean the Minister of Energy, I'm saying what I can see a pa, and it's over here say, Obama Solano, a team mine, because we share the other source of energy, are quite expensive, but since it's Solano, but very cheap. very, very cheap. Just a very far, far cheaper than even the hydro or the thermal, energy that we have in this country. So, I buy any a pushy power for the solar revolution. Yeah.
But yeah, na nebo na eden. Eno ne asem no obi se obi a say for starters, yeah, na solar expensive.
Nebo nya den. You can say ye mpempi ya na bia e pese ne prekope. O nti e hwe prekope bo no a ene obeka se bia ne bo eden. Because e bia ye mfa ne say ayi electricity bill say ye the ban over a certain period. When so the utrian prekopa utimu sa bia mfie aduonu num na wontua hwe. Enti say o hwe ne anka obetua for the ECG bill no monthly. That's all the solar there ho a ye studies be me hu say obetua bia 200 Ghana a month. Na say nipa no over a certain period, let's say 10 years no. Sika no we tria just for paying bills and no. More than 80% of the cost of the solar. So we scan or yes solar no. And because of that, Eco Bank some of these banks to find a way to support the average Ghanaian, in acquiring this, so that payments, solar, initial amount that they have to pay in bulk, that it will roll out. I mean, it will be paid periodically to these banks. And so I believe that when that happens, it will really go a long way for every Ghanaian to enjoy the benefit of solar energy.